Hey guys, it's Alex from the Nerd Hub Radio, and I've got a little bit of an intro for you before I start the video. This was a bit of a last-minute podcast. I forgot to tell everyone about the Saturday podcast to remind everyone to get on. Also, I had a concert, so no one was really able to do it. So this was a last-minute podcast that I threw together with Nate on Sunday. It's only about an hour. It's a little under an hour, and depending on the cooperation I can get from the other members as of when this video is posted, this might be a mini episode that goes up, say, on Tuesday, and then if I can get someone else, we might put up another mini episode later in the week, and maybe another, or if we can just get a full podcast, this will just be some bonus content. So sit back, enjoy the show. I know it's a little short, but we will have a longer one coming out either on Saturday or a few mini episodes coming out in the next few days. Alright, how's it going? It's Alex from the Nerd Hub Radio, and today I'm joined by Nate.
What's up?
And that's it. It's actually just me and him tonight. It's a sort of a late, last-minute podcast, but we're going to try to stick to our schedule of doing one a week. So that's why we're going to do this real short, just impromptu podcast, and we're going to try to get it out tonight if I can. So yeah, that's what's going on. So what's been going on with you, bro? How's it going?
Pretty good. I've been getting all into Magic again, and I had like a really good mess up on eBay.
Oh man, I've seen things. Well, I'll put a picture of that on the channel so everyone can see what's going on.
Well, I ordered like 4,000 commons for like $40, which is pretty good. It's a lot of cards for $40, and like, it was supposed to get here in like 4 days. It was like priority mailed, and it had been like 3 weeks, and it still didn't show up. It just stopped in one city, somewhere in like California. Just nope, done. It's not going anywhere else. So I'm like, oh, they probably lost it. So I told the guy, hey, I think they lost it, and so he's like, yeah, they lost it. So he sent me another one. Well, like the day before I was supposed to get the new one, the first one came in the mail. And it busted open, and then they repackaged it, so some of the cards are missing. But I ended up getting like 8,000 cards for $40. It was just like,
wow.
I spent, dude, I spent all weekend just watching movies and sorting through cards.
That's insane.
So it was pretty sweet.
Did you get any good cards in there, or?
Nah, they're all pretty crappy cards, but they work for playing, which is great. Yeah, because a lot of people they're like, oh, $4 pack and you get 15 cards. It's like, nah, if you're starting off, just buy a bunch of shitty cards. It's good. And what have you been up to?
Trying to not kill my computer on purpose.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a video once I get everything worked back up again. Basically, I upgraded my podcast. Oh my god! I upgraded my computer quite a bit. I moved from a 2-core to a 6-core. I got the two 550s in there. A lot of their stuff stayed the same. I got a really nice. Oh, dude, my computer is so heavy right now.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. It was like 50 pounds to begin with, and now it's like 100 pounds. It's absolutely ridiculous how heavy this thing is.
Have you tried to run any really, like, Battlefield 3 and stuff, one of the new cards?
No, I haven't.
That'll be fun when you get that working. The whole SOI deal, and see how good it works. This will be awesome.
Well, like, it was actually causing me a lot of problems, because what I didn't realize, and I blame you for not telling me, that when I switch from an Intel to an AMD, I actually need to reinstall Windows.
Right.
You didn't tell me that.
I did tell you.
No,
that.
You didn't.
I said you probably aren't going to even be able to use the same code. Were you able to use the same code you already had?
Well, like, yeah, I can use
copy?
the same. I can, use the same copy.
Oh. Okay.
And that worked. But like when I first loaded it up,
it's like freezing and crap?
No, it blue screened.
Yeah.
Like, it just immediately blue screened, and so I was like, okay, well, I looked it up, and it's like, oh, well, you know, if you're going to switch from Intel to AMD, you need to wipe your hard drive. So I was like, oh, cool, I'll go wipe my hard drive. And then I just completely, like, destroyed my my hard drive. Like, I was playing around with it in my disk editor or whatever, manager, and I first made it a dynamic drive, which I had no idea what I was doing. And then I couldn't unmake it a dynamic drive because to take it out from being a dynamic drive, you have to delete it, but you can't delete it, like, you can't delete the Windows that you're working on.
Right.
You know, so I couldn't delete it because it wouldn't let me because I was using Windows at the moment. And I was like, oh my gosh, can I just mess this up even more? And I did. Like, I got to the point where I was like, you know what, forget this. I can't, like, I wanted to just wipe the whole thing, right? Yeah. So I looked up how to do that in command prompt, right? How to do, like, fill the hard drive with zeros, basically. Yeah. And it wouldn't even let me do that. It didn't recognize it as an NTHS drive. I was like, wow.
Dude, you know there's a really easy way to do all that, right?
Well, but there's a really easy way to do all that on another computer. And the problem...
you just hook it all up, put the CD in the drive, and boot from the CD.
Well, I didn't know that at the time, okay? I didn't know that. And I took it to Best Buy, and I talked to the guy, and I told him exactly what I did, and he just, like, looked at me like, wow. So he took it back, and, like, 20 minutes later, he comes back with my hard drive, and he's like, yeah, man, you messed this up bad. He was like, when I first plugged it in, I couldn't even load it. Like, I couldn't even look at it. I had to use, like, a certain program to get in there, and then he's like, and then I couldn't do anything, and I had to do some other things. And I was like, oh, man. And so he just went on and on and on about all the things he had to do to wipe my hard drive. And,
That's funny. You know, back with Windows XP, if you install the original Windows XP and you don't, like, update it, you know when you go to disk cleanup and you're cleaning up your drive? Well, usually you check all the boxes and it deletes all those files. One of them says compress old files. Well, the original XP would actually compress the boot files so that Windows would no longer work because it was compressed. Like, you turn on your computer and it would say, error boot is compressed. And you're like, what? So, XP shipped out where when you tried to clean your computer, it would destroy Windows. And it's still like that. 'Cause if you ever get a copy of XP and you're going to install it, and you decide to clear out your stuff before you update it, don't do that. Compress all old files because that will kill it.
Wow.
I had a couple of friends or people I knew at least that were like, it just stopped working. I'm like, let me look at it.
God.
Oh, it's XP. Yeah, you compressed it. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, they're retarded. It's not your fault at all.
Oh man,
Windows, it's got like a button that you can press. This says break.
Yeah, really. Break Windows. It seems nowadays that like every button you press just breaks Windows.
Yep.
Oh man. But what really really sucks. I'm actually haven't yet confirmed this, but I fear that I think Steam can synchronize or store all of your game files online on the Steam cloud. I don't know if it does though.
Oh.
I think you have to actually back up all of your game files purposefully to the Steam cloud. And I didn't think about that when I wiped my hard drive. I took everything off of it except my game files.
Right.
So there's a chance that every series that I was doing, I'm now back to square one.
Yeah, you might have needed to save your save. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Because I think it saves it on my computer. Like, what's weird, because I loaded up, I've been playing Burnout Paradise, because I love Burnout. Holy crap. Like, of all the racing games I've ever liked, Burnout has just been the most amazing series ever. And I got Paradise, the Ultimate Box, because it was like $5, and I was like, oh, dude, might as well get it. It's $5, and I love Burnout. And I loaded it up after getting my computer back working, and it didn't save my file. Granted, I was only like 30 minutes into the game, but still it didn't save my file. So that makes me wonder, what about Dead Space that I've been playing for like 3 hours, or Elder Scrolls that I've played a total of like 100 hours on,
Yeah.
and I've lost all of it, and I'm really worried I did. So hopefully.
I'm not sure how it does that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because I know that you can't play your game. Because see, the thing is, like, you can't play your game offline.
Right.
If you do, you actually lose everything or risk losing your old game file when it comes back online.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm wondering
just...
if it saves it or if it doesn't, you know, and so I'm worried that I may have lost everything, which would really suck.
Borderlands,
like,
let's do.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I lost everything on Borderlands. Damn it. You had to remind me of that.
Well, you know, you can just think, hey, I get to do it again.
Yeah, I've already beaten it twice.
I don't know, like, I do hate this age.
You're going all robot.
Huh?
You're a robot.
Am I losing bandwidth?
I don't know. It says the connection between us is slow. Are you downloading anything?
Nope.
Me either. I don't have
Am
anything.
Am I on robot-y?
No, you're still robot-y. I mean, I just have an internet browser open. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's all I got open.
And then the Xbox. Xbox is off, so it's not... I don't know. My internet connection is slow. Screw you, my internet connection is not slow. Piece of shit.
It hates you.
I know. My computer's been causing me so many problems lately. I mean, it says everything is really good. Oh no. It says I got a crazy good connection. Man, I cannot wait until... Because I'm going to buy my own internet connection, right?
Right.
And I'm going to get, like, the fastest internet possible.
Yeah.
And I am just going to have, like, ridiculous upload and download speeds.
Did I tell you what it was up at school?
At Blinn?
Yeah, up at Blinn, and we did. I'm going to the gaming club meetings again there since I'm finishing up my degree this semester, and he ran the speedtest.net.
I love speedtest.net.
On that computer that was in the conference room or whatever. It was 54 megabits download.
What?
And then 38 upload.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, 38 upload is ridiculous. I've never heard of that. Like,
what?
I mean, that's like 300 or 400 download. Like, I've never heard of 38 upload. It's ridiculous. It's like, I got this brand new i7 computer in there, and no one's gonna care, you know?
Well, okay, but I guess when you think about it, though, I mean, I'm assuming you're in the student center, right?
Yeah.
But you have to remember, they're providing internet for every single person in the student center. I mean, you'd have to have a ridiculous speed just to keep up with that many people online at once.
But that means that if I was on a wireless connection in there, I would have that speed on my computer.
No, you wouldn't, because you only get up to 54 megabits per second. Or like 154, something like that.
Yeah.
Because wireless caps out.
I'm just saying, like, if you plug into the wall and you get that much, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to be on a hard line, because I don't want to be on wireless anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like being on wireless. You know?
Like, I don't use wireless anything unless I have to.
Yeah. Plus, if I can remove the wireless card out of my computer, I can put in the HD PVR that I want to get.
Cool.
So that'll be nice.
Oh, and also so everyone knows what we're talking about. We're talking about video recording off of an Xbox onto the PC without any lag and everything. So we really have to do some series like that where we're playing stuff on Xbox. But Alex, I saw this thing they sell at GameStop. It's a DVR for your Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a GDVR or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a box. It's like a specific box made for recording your games. But I don't remember. But it was a cool little thing.
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm very, very hesitant.
It looks really overpriced.
Yeah, it does, and it's just kind of like it's GameStop.
Yeah.
You know, I don't trust many things from GameStop. I don't buy things from GameStop on purpose. You know.
Only on accident, like you're getting a car wreck, fly through the window, and you're like,
Yeah,
I better buy
basically.
something.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, there's not a lot of games coming out to talk about.
Well, like, what have you been playing recently? If you've been playing anything.
I haven't been playing a whole lot of anything, but I am really wanting to, and I don't have a game system right now via my Rage Fest on Xbox whenever I moved.
Oh yeah.
So I'm actually going to be buying a PS3 next week.
Ooh.
And so I'm probably going to get
Again?
3. Yeah, I know.
God, you've had such a love-hate relationship with consoles.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I'm going to play Xbox. I hate Xbox. I'm going to play PlayStation. I hate PlayStation. I'm going to play PC.
That's totally true.
And then you just, like, go through all of them. And it's funny because you don't, like, keep the system. You, like, sell the system and then rebuy it.
This is going to be my third PS3.
Oh, my God. If you ever get tired of it and you're going to sell it, just give it to me. I will keep it.
Like, if I won't play video games for like 2 or 3 months, and I'll look at it, I mean, like, that's a waste of money just sitting there. I'm gonna go sell it, you know, because I'm not, like, I guess I'm like the opposite of a pack rat.
I will buy it from you.
I don't want to keep anything. If I'm like, just done. But I think I'm gonna get Battlefield 3, just because John has it.
Is Battlefield 3 isn't but Battlefield 3 is not cross-platform.
No, that's what sucks. I was just thinking about that too.
So I don't know. Do you want to get it for PC or do you want to get it for PS3?
I don't know. I'm gonna get a PS3. I just want to figure out. It's either that or getting. I want to get a first-person shooter. I want either to get that or I really want to get just Modern Warfare 3. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm going between the two. And what I'm gonna get it on, I'm not sure, but probably PS3. Because I like Call of Duty. I like it a lot. I mean, I had Modern Warfare 3 for my Xbox, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It's like people talking a lot of mess about it.
Well, I mean, I've been playing Modern Warfare 3, and oops, as I just like drop a bunch of crap. And I've been playing it on Xbox because I don't think I kind of wish I had gotten it on Steam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of like the fact that I don't have to worry about anything with my PC. I don't have to worry about, all the graphics options. I can just pick it up and play it,
Right.
And that's it. And so that's always nice. I think, though, I'm much happier with Battlefield 3 on PC just because Modern Warfare 3 is Modern Warfare 2 with more guns and different maps.
Right.
I mean, it's the same graphics that it has been since Modern Warfare freaking 1.
Yeah.
You know? But Battlefield has definitely vamped up their graphics, and, I mean, it looked really nice on my 450 GTX. I mean, it's going to look...
It's looking amazing.
Amazing on my SLI system. So
plus, they hacked all the multiplayer numbers in half for the console versions. Mm-hmm. So you can play I think it was 64 people, or 32. I don't know, whatever it was.
Is it 64 on PC?
64 on PC and like 32 or 28 or something like that on console. But I definitely like just being able to just put the disc in and I know it's going to work at its peak on that, I don't have to worry about it. But getting back to Call of Duty, I think it's just like everyone realized it late, but like, yeah, they really do recycle Call of Duty, and they have since way back, since Modern Warfare, the original. They just recycled it, but no one really threw a big fit until 3, and they're like, everyone. And the big thing is those videos. You saw the videos, right, where they would show the building that was in the multiplayer map in 2. Mm-hmm. And it was the exact same skinned building, the exact skin, everything was in the third, the storyline in Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
And I'm not real big on maps. I'm like I have to do it. It's one of the most repetitive games, like other than like Madden or something. But what they did with 3 is the system which the actual non-art part of the game did actually change a lot. Like the way you buy stuff was nowhere near 2. It had a little bit of Black Ops in it, and then it was it wasn't brand new, but it was close to it. And it was probably as close as they could get to a real good system. And it was real new stuff. You have 3 sets of perks, 3 perk lists, or the bombing, I forgot what it's called. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to pick this bomb, care package, blah, blah, blah. Like 3 separate of those.
Oh, the kill streaks?
Yeah, there was 3 separate sets of them that you could set up, and the third one could even be extra, It wasn't great, but I think everyone was banging on the graphics, and I'm like, they already probably hit the edge of the system with Modern Warfare 2. Why would you, go to a crap ton of money worth of pumping it in to get maybe another, I don't know, 5 polygons?
But have you heard that they're pushing back because of the move, or the what do you call it? The camera crap for the Xbox.
Yeah, the
thing. I don't even know what the hell
Kinect.
it's called. I hate it so
Kinect.
much. So basically, they're pushing back the release of the next gen system by like 2 or 3 years. Again.
Oh yeah.
Because of the move and the Kinect and the eye and the whatever the hell.
Yeah.
It's freaking called.
Well, it makes good fiscal sense to them right now because like when because they make all of their money off games, and if you think about, well, if you're selling games and there's just a crap ton of people that have Xboxes and PS3s, especially Xboxes. So when a new game comes out, you've got like 20 million people, 20 million systems out there that can play it, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as they do that new system, I have to buy a system first, then the game, and that first year it's going to be like, 100,000 systems, 200, and they're just banking too hard. But it sucks because everyone's ready. I'm ready. Everyone's ready. We're like, okay, we need a new console. This is old. But yeah, I did hear that. I heard that they announced that the rumor was not true and they would not be announcing a new platform at E3.
Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of a blessing and a curse. It sucks because I'm a PC and console gamer. Or we're both PC and console gamers, so we like to do a little bit of both. And it's bad because we want a new system because it just sucks. I mean, why at the point in time, even with my old setup, it's like, why get anything on Xbox? Because it's going to look and perform 1,000,000 times better on my computer.
Right.
Because Modern Warfare 3 is locked in at 30 frames per second.
Mm-hmm. I think that's probably, because I think a lot of people are doing that now. And I think that there's a lot of people that are like you and then buy it on their computers because it looks much better and it just runs better and everything, that they're going to start losing money. You were talking about like all those people have Xboxes, but when they stop buying games because they'd rather have them on their PC, that's when they really need to.
Well, I mean, and like I said, it's like a blessing and a curse, so we don't get our system, but that's also going to have a resurgence of PC gamers.
Yeah.
And people who are saying, well, I don't want to wait 3 years, and you have to spend, you have to drop $1,000 on getting a nice system, but I mean, you just have to drop $1,000 and it's going to be good for a long time, and even then, if stuff starts getting ahead of you, I mean, you only have to spend, maybe another $100, $150 on getting a new graphics card, upgrading, and I think it's just better for the quality of product you get out of a PC, I mean, because you don't have to be like me, where I sunk, almost $3 or $4 into my rig so far, and I'm planning on doing more, as far as monitors, as my monitor setup gets bigger, because right now I don't have room for more monitors than I have. But I'd like to have 3, because 2 is fun, but I still wish I had another.
Yeah.
And but you don't have to have a ridiculous rig like that,
Yeah, you can have a really decently spec'd, priced computer that could, be the Xbox or PS3 equivalent.
Yep.
I think that
Well, because when you think about it, you have to compete with. I mean, you're competing with technology that's what, 7 years old?
mm-hmm.
6 years old, something like that. So I mean, it's not that. Not that difficult, to be honest.
I think that with with the uh, with the new systems, I think that it's gonna be when the stuff does drop, it's gonna be like one of them drops, PS3 or Xbox, drops the name, drops their thing, like okay, and then within a month the other one does.
Oh,
And I think they have it. I think they have it sitting off, and I mean, it can't be completely finished right now because 3 years versus 6 months is way different in the way they have it set up. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to have a system right there, ready to be announced at any point in time. I thought just as like a, what do you call it, emergency thing, like tomorrow. PS3 is like, there's a PS4, and then so they're like, oh shit, and like we didn't think they'd do it this quick. So then Microsoft is just like, hey, check it out, Xbox 720, and they just show their current project, but they have it all made up just for that. That
probably,
yeah. I think that would be smart to do because I really hope that they do release somewhere near the same time, because I don't want to buy one and then after I buy it find out the other one's coming out and it's better.
Yep.
So it's like the same time. That would suck so much.
That would. Oh man. But I mean, at least all the prices are going down. So no, you don't really have to worry about it that much. But like,
they'll go back up. I bet you the next PS3 will probably be $500, $600 again.
Yeah, more than likely. And the thing is, like, if you're gonna drop $600 on a PS3, why not just buy a PC? No, man.
Oh, Lyric's happy. She wants a new console.
Yeah, she wants a new console. She's really upset that she can't get her new console at E3.
Yeah.
Well, basically, unfortunately, what's been going on with Lyric is she's been normally sleeps all night, and it's fine. But the problem is she's so hard to put down now. She just does not want to go to, like, she'll fall asleep in your arms, and the moment you set her down, she starts crying. And the thing is, what do? You have to teach her that she has to sleep by herself.
Yeah.
Now she can't sleep with me in my bed every single night.
Right.
I know.
She's getting spoiled.
And the thing is, she just likes being held. It's more comfortable to sleep in your arm.
Yep.
So I have a feel. My dad is actually putting her down. So for all those people who are wondering if I'm just letting her cry, no, I'm not. She's being put down or my dad is trying to get her to go to sleep. So I don't know. She may come into my room in just a few minutes. We'll see. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I haven't decided what impact this is all going to have on the gaming world in general.
I think I was really surprised that Nintendo and Sony released new handhelds.
Where, the PS Vita.
I mean, yeah, the Vita and the 3DS only came out like a year ago, right? Not even a year ago. And when I think of that, I'm like, this is definitely the last of the portables. I'm pretty positive, because it just doesn't make sense, and it's one of those things, like, I don't think anyone thinks it makes sense. It's like, why don't you give us a new real console instead of an extremely expensive thing that no one's gonna buy? Because anyone that has disposable $300 for a PS Vita already owns a smartphone. And a smartphone has a purpose, and it also plays games. And like, if I'm at the laundromat playing games, I don't care if they look amazing or if they look like crap. It's just, are they fun?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there for hours enjoying it. and I just like,
Well,
why?
but
What?
I think the problem that's really coming in is the iOS devices and the Droid devices have really just shut down handheld gaming. Because I mean, before iPhones came out, the only way to take your video games with you was a Game Boy or a PSP. But the thing is, like, why would you go and buy a $200 device and a $60 full-priced retail game when you could buy 300 apps on the App Store?
Yeah.
You know?
It
And all of those,
boggles the mind.
and one of those, at least one of those, is going to be as fun or of as high quality as you would have gotten on your PS Vita, or your
Right, yeah.
3DS, and so, those are really killing handheld devices. Do I think handheld devices are going to die anytime soon? No, not really. But I think that they're on shaky grounds right now.
Yeah,
They're not going to last much longer.
I'm wondering if they just had this whole team, one for PSPs, and there's a team for. I think Nintendo will make them until they die. They can get away with it because
Pokemon.
you have a little bratty kid. Here, take this, do something,
Yeah.
My little brother would throw fits, but we gave him his Game Boy and he was quiet. It was great. I can see that working. It was just, PS Vita. It's really cool. I would enjoy owning one, and I would probably like to play it sometimes. But it would have to be in a price range that was not $250. And I found out from Bob said in the last thing we did. Apparently, and he was right about that. You have to buy a proprietary chip, so it's not $250. It's $200. It's $300.
Yeah, because you have to have. And that's so stupid.
It has both. It has both slots, but you have to have one.
At least one.
Yeah. And so
it's so dumb. Oh my god.
Hey, that's what Sony will proprietary
They'll proprietary the shit out of everything you own.
When they poop, they'll put a stamp on it,
Yep.
This only works with certain toilets. But I think it's everyone's saying it, but I hope even if I hope it's soon, and I hope it's not overly motion gaming because
it's all a big gimmick.
Right, and it's one of those things I feel like I think a lot of gamers like me feel betrayed because you go to like World of Warcraft, it's becoming more of a casual game, much more casual game, but it makes sense because 90% of the people that play are casual gamers, right? Same thing with motion gaming. Motion gaming is popular, just not to gamers. It's to all those people that don't play games. What sucks is, for them, those other people are the majority. So, the casual community...
Especially on consoles.
In consoles, exactly. That's what they're going to push to get. And they don't really care about the people that love video games and video game systems, because they know you're going to buy it anyways. Yeah. So, I'm just really hoping these next systems aren't going to just be there's no controllers at all,
It's all body.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mass Effect 3. I haven't played it because I'm still boycotting it. I'm not gonna buy it until I get my DLC for free.
Yeah.
But one of their ads, and I think on Modern Warfare 3 or in Battlefield, Mass Effect 3. So many threes. What the hell? In Mass Effect 3, if you're playing with the Kinect. You know how you use a little gun and you're moving around and stuff like that? You can sit there and go, Tali, use attack drone. And you can shout out your commands, your little powers or whatever. You can say those out loud. You can be like, Garrus, use sniper rifle. And
it's so terrible.
I know, it's so dumb, and it's does it really save you that much time?
It's what was the original Halo? that the re-release of Halo 1, you said reload. You're like,
oh yeah,
you'd yell reload and you reload, and just think about it, how extremely, and it wasn't like you controlled the whole game, you're still holding a controller. What do I want to do? Yell reload?
Or just hit the B
Why
button.
B?
Oh man,
So stupid. And they have that on the commercials too with Mass Effect. It's like better with Kinect for
well, and it's funny, you can actually go watch, like, I don't know if it's the dev team or it's some group of people playing it with the Kinect, and they're like, they look so sad that they're being filmed doing this. Like, it's like, incendiary grenade. It's like emo shepherd. I don't want to save the earth again. Nobody appreciates me. No one ever believes me. Oh man.
Yeah, it's just cheesy. I think until it's cool to hate motion gaming, I'm just hoping they're not. As long as they don't go overboard. If they give you the option to do either,
Yeah.
like we have right now with both systems.
If they force me to do it, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, I really feel like they're like just cramming the Kinect down people's throats.
They are. I mean, it's like, oh, it's better with Kinect, so you're gonna give me like a crappy webcam, basically, that tracks my motion through a system that's like old and doesn't work and is just so underpowered. I mean, sure, I guess it would be fun if you were playing, Wipeout with 5 different people, and it's a little party game. Okay, yeah, sure, it's fun for that, but it's not fun for anything else. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a gimmick. I mean, that's all the Wii was. The Wii was just one big gimmick, but that's what you kind of expected it to be, though.
So maybe that is a good thing, though, because if they look at the Wii, they have to look at the Wii sales, and it's really obvious that Wii did amazing at the beginning. I mean, it was doing better than Xbox and PS3, even when they had both come out. By the time they both came out, they were doing way better for a while, and then their sales just dropped. It tanked because it was a gimmick, and people get sick of gimmicks, and then they stop buying your product, and you don't have staying power. Right now, like, oh my god, like, there's like, Wii sales are terrible right now, and I'm really hoping PS3 and Xbox are looking at that and realizing, don't be gimmicky.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, it's kind of funny, because, like, people are almost ashamed to admit that they bought a Wii. Like, you don't bring up the fact that you bought a Wii in conversation. Like, I have one, I actually bought one because, I guess this is the only reason I bought one. I want to play Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And then they had the nerve. We bought a new one because it was, like, on sale or whatever for Black Friday or something like that. Remember, I don't know have you played on the Wii a lot?
Not really. A little bit.
Well, the old Wii, the first, like, edition of the Wii that came out, on the top, there were 4 ports for,
over the
GameCube controllers. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the new one that we bought, they're gone. It's
really?
weird. There's 4 holes, and then there's nothing beneath those holes.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I don't know if they just took it off, or maybe ours is just stupid and it didn't have it.
I wonder, maybe they took them out. I don't know.
I don't know, like, if you make me buy this, I'm going to be quite upset, because I only wanted to play Wind Waker on this. Like, I played Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
I got through the 2nd mission and hated the game. Like, Twilight Princess was bad enough with their stupid little swish the Wiimote. Like, I just cheated. I just sat on my couch, like, with a Dr. Pepper just, like, swishing my hand. I didn't do any, like, full-armed swings or anything like that. Forget that. I'm not going to do that. I want a button. I want to press a button.
Exactly.
Give
me a controller with 10 times more buttons and I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
As long as I can do something.
I mean, that's why I have a keyboard.
Right.
And it's and I think also remember we were saying it's easier. Skyward Sword was so easy. Dude, I beat that whole game without a shield. Like, I only used it when I needed to, like those things you can't do without a shield. I totally didn't even use a shield. I didn't upgrade any of my weapons. I It was so dumb.
That's just crazy. I hate that.
Well, I mean, because, like, Bioshock Infinite is coming out?
Yes.
They said in one of their little conferences, they said, yeah, we've even added a mode. Basically, we've added hard mode onto our game. And it's like, wow, what sort of gamers are we that hard mode is an addition to your game?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that really tells you that we've all, devolved into fairly casual gamers. You know, like I was playing. I'm so excited to. I want to do a playthrough of this, but Deus Ex: Human Revolution.
And
it was like I'm playing it on hard mode, so like I die instantly. It's so stupid. I get like shot once and die.
Right.
But I'm also playing it like Tom Clancy style.
Oh.
You know, because I have like a tranquilizer rifle. And that's it. That's the only gun I have. I don't have any weapons. And it's so funny because I was playing a level, and the map was basically I was on a little platform, there's some stairs up to a walkway above this main floor, and there was 5 guys down there, and I'm like, wow, I have this single shot, really slow tranquilizer rifle, right? And obviously I can't drop someone without anyone noticing. So I was like, what am I going to do? And I sat there and I thought about it for so long. And I was just picking up stuff and throwing it against the wall because I like breaking boxes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden one of the guys goes, what was that? And I look at his little thing on the radar, and he kind of walks upstairs, and he comes around the corner, and I just like punch him in the face.
That's awesome.
And take him out, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to drag him into the closet. And then I grab another box, and I throw it off the edge. Another guy goes, what was that? And he walks upstairs, and I beat him down, and I did it with all, like, 5 people. I was like, the last guy, the 5th guy's not like, wow, 4 guys went upstairs and never came back. They must be having a party up there. I'm going to go join them.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's funny because I'm looking at the closet, and there's, like, these 5 bodies just, like, stuffed in the closet. It was amazing. I was like, yes.
I need to play that game. I've heard
It's a lot of fun. The controls are really wonky, are really weird. Okay, so you know how in your average FPS, left trigger is your sights and right trigger's to fire, right?
Right.
Left trigger is actually cover. You hold down left trigger and he goes into cover.
So you accidentally pop out of cover all the time.
Yeah, and that's what I do all the time. And it's automatic cover. He'll just randomly you'll press it and it'll stick to something. It's so weird, and it's just an interesting way to do it. And then you have to click the right stick to go into sights. It's actually even worse on keyboard because there's so many different buttons, and you have to right click to go into cover, and you're constantly holding down the right mouse button, and then so you're holding down the right mouse button to go into cover. You have to press W to lean over cover. Then you have to press the middle mouse button, which is your sights, and then you have to left click to shoot.
Good grief.
Imagine if you're doing this while other people are shooting back at you.
Yeah, that does not sound fun.
It's hard. It's difficult. It doesn't work. So I'm doing it on Xbox controller just because it's a little easier on Xbox controller.
One thing I just thought of though, I thought was pretty funny, is that Nintendo announces its new console and its new controller and everything. Right?
I'm so excited.
And
I just want it.
Just they show it and it's oh, you can play on your controller, And then Sony, 3 months later, oh, here's the Vita. Guess what? You can play what's on your TV, but you don't have to be in the house. You can be anywhere. And it's just oh, we're gonna one up you within 2 or 3 months, and then say, hey, it's actually out. It was oh, It's such a kick to the gut. Because when it comes out, when the new Nintendo comes out, they're gonna be ooh, you can play on this little Game Boy looking thing, although you can't leave your house. It's you can play with this, and everybody's going, oh, that's stupid. Vita did that a year ago.
Well,
that's so bad for them.
Well, what's going to suck is I don't know if Nintendo's going to do it, because remember when they announced it, they're not using a 1080 screen. They're actually doing it in 720 or less. and the Vita is in 1080. You know, the Vita's in
Is.
high quality, so I don't know how they're going to compete. And the thing is, it's just like Nintendo has always, I mean, they have so much money, you know, and they hemorrhaged a crap ton of money off the 3DS. Like, they lost so much money. I mean, what, like a month after it came out, they slashed the prices?
Yeah,
You know?
it's
Just because no one
bad.
bought it.
Plus, they have that little add-on. It's ugly as shit, so you can have two
Upgrade it.
analog sticks.
You know, and but I'm just wondering is, you know, how, and it's got to be the challenge for Nintendo is how do they come up with stuff that is not as expensive, because I mean they're always the cheapest system.
Right.
So if they come up with something that's not as expensive, but something that's as powerful as Xbox and PlayStation 3, and I think that just shows you kind of the how fanboy-y, you know, or not fanboy, but how shallow gamers are. We're like, oh my gosh, Nintendo, you can't charge $600 for your console because you're Nintendo, but we're really pissed off that it's not as powerful as everything else. Right. It's like, well, what do you want? What do you want from me? Do you want a powerful system that costs more, or do you want a cheap system that doesn't do as much? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, where do you win in that? You can't. That's why you come out with 15 different Mario parties. You know? It's because you can't win.
See, you know, I think that what they really hit on with 3DS is, though, how much everyone likes 64 multiplayer games and stuff. So, I almost want to buy a 3DS just for Star Fox.
Oh my god, I know, me too.
Just Star Fox and, Diddy Kong Racing, if they could put that on there.
I broke Star Fox out, like, a couple weeks ago and played it on, like, the 64, because I still have a 64. Yeah. It was so much fun. Like, I had more fun on that than I've had, like, on any recent release.
They had a lot of really good games.
And what? I mean, like, we're talking about, like, oh man, for it to be a really good game, it needs to have 300 hours worth of content and a bunch of multiplayer, blah, 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 blah. Dude, the campaign on frickin' Star Fox is 25 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
It can be longer if you do it the hard way, but it's still really short.
And then the multiplayer is pretty lackluster.
But
I mean,
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to just play again.
I remember all the multiplayer me and my brother would do is we take our wings, break off the wings, and drive around on the ground, and we're like, we're cars, and try to crash into each other.
Or we just bounce on the ground, you go,
whap, 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 whap.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Those games are fun.
It's good stuff, and I think it's cool they brought this stuff back for the 3DS.
Well, and it's like, you know, if Nintendo's ever running out of money, and they ever start losing money, just bring back an NES title. Or hell, just re-release the NES.
Yeah.
Release it with the games being $5 a game, and they will make crap tons of money.
Yep.
You know, they will make so much money.
Yeah, and it's already made too. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would buy it. Hell, to own an NES, I would buy it. Of course, it would make every original NES that much more worthless.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd love to own an NES to play some of those games. I mean, remember the original like Super Mario? That game was hard as balls.
Yeah, it was.
The game was so tough. And when you lost, you didn't go back to a checkpoint. You didn't do the level over again. You did the whole damn game over again.
The only game I ever played, because I played an NES I used to play a couple years ago, when my roommates had it, and the only game I think that saved was Zelda. The original Zelda saved. But that was the only, and it really sucked. It sucked so much because you had to save it, and you hit save, and you had to hold the reset button while holding the power button, and hold it for 2 seconds, and then let it go. And if you did it wrong at all, it erased everything. It sucked. It sucked. But it was like Mario Brothers was hard as balls. I can get to like 8 too. I know a bunch of the shortcuts to get through it, but it's back when games were harder than shit. I mean, they didn't have a lot going for them, so they might as well make you play them until your eyes bled.
I know.
But now it's like, here's a story. It's like a movie. A movie where you hit buttons at certain times.
Exactly. And I mean, and we're so focused on like graphics and just high fidelity graphics and things that look super crazy nice, and then like the story and the gameplay is just stupid.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I think that's why these iOS games are great, stuff like that, because make something like Angry Birds. Angry Birds doesn't look that amazing. It looks decent, you know. But
Well,
man,
it's kind of funny because
like
what, Angry Birds? Everyone's like, oh man, all these games are just rip-offs of Angry Birds. Angry Birds was a rip-off of Crash the Castle, or Destroy the Castle, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun to play, and when you make a game that's fun to play, then people want to buy it. Yeah. So the other thing I think that's gonna come around, you know, we've lost that Super Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers hardness. You know how hard those games used to be.
Oh, man.
But I think the way we got it back is multiplayer. I think.
Sort of. I mean, I'm hesitant to say that just because, like, yeah, multiplayer is hard, but it's not hard because the gameplay is hard. It's hard because there are people just insanely better than you always.
Right. Well,
you know?
I don't think it's 100% trade-off, but
like, think about it. Modern Warfare 3. You don't have to be good at Modern Warfare 3 to do semi-decently.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's not necessarily about skill. I mean, yeah, it's about headshots and, you know, being fairly accurate, but it's a lot about who's quicker on the reaction time.
Yeah.
You know, because the thing is, I mean, when you're playing team deathmatch and you're just spawning all over the place, you can't find a good shooting spot. You can't move tactically because people are always behind you. You know, and that's what I love. That's kind of what I like a lot about Battlefield 3 is the maps are very. You feel like you're pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people don't get behind you. You know, they have to try hard to get behind you. So they're always in front of you, so you can find a spot that's, you know, good for defending your position or, you know, doing whatever. And you can do that in Battlefield 3. You really can't do that in Modern Warfare, you know.
Yeah,
you have to keep moving. You have to keep looking behind you because they're around every single corner.
Yeah, that's one of the things they went into. I really, really hated Black Ops. It's the only new Call of Duty game I haven't enjoyed. And Black Ops was just, I spawn behind you, I shoot you in the back. Like, 50% of your kills, you're getting shot in the back by someone who spawned in the last 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And they did it really well with Modern Warfare 2. You know, you're talking about Battlefield, you don't have to worry about someone behind you. If you know it's clear, they're not going to show up behind you. But Modern Warfare 2 was big enough so that worked. They're not going to spawn behind you, and you can actually be tactical.
No.
And then like Modern Warfare 3 is like halfway in between. They started making the levels smaller, so you still get shot in the back, but it's not as bad.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go. Lyric's not going to sleep, and I know you got to get to bed because you got stuff doing tomorrow. But thank you for joining me, Nate. Let's see, what do we got on the channel coming up? I've just got some more stuff I got to put out. I'm going to try to figure out the game file saves. If nothing else, I'm just going to play up to the point of the game, the last episode, and try to keep the same loadout if I can. So, look forward to that.
And I'll probably be doing another demo this week.
Yeah, if you can get that out, that'd be awesome. And so otherwise, just check us out on Facebook at Nerd Hub Radio, at The Nerd Hub Radio. We're on YouTube at The Nerd Hub Radio, and we're online at thenerdhubradio.com, or email us at nerdhubradio@gmail.com. Like and favorite, give us some support, tell us what you want to hear. I think that's about it. So thanks for joining us on the show, Nate. It was a pleasure as always, and we will see you all next week.
Later, guys.